And we're back. So now I'm going to show you the choreography for the first phrase of our assessment fight. And we're just going to be looking at one half of the fight. Later, we'll take a look at the other half of the fight and the scene that's going to go along with it. Now, you may have noticed that I had posted a previous video with this choreography, but I actually made a small error in that choreography and switched the order of two parries. So I'm redoing the video right now so that you can see the correct choreography. And I'm going to take down that video so that it doesn't confuse anyone. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about because you're watching this long after I removed that other video and you hadn't seen it, then don't worry about it. This is the right video that you should be watching with the correct choreography. All right, let's take a look. We're going to start upstage left, facing on a diagonal downstage right. We are going to be standing right foot forward. Our body is going to be open to the audience so they can see us very well. Our staff is going to be held in pike form with the staff on the left side, and our left hand is going to be supinated or palm up. Now as you do this, be careful. Just because you're standing at an angle doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a lot of width between your feet right here. So I'm pike form right here, making eye contact. Then I'm going to move forward first, so I'm going to spot my target, which is their belly button, and I am going to extend my arms for a thrust attack. The weapon moves first and then pulls my body into a lunge to deliver that attack. But our opponent is wily and smart, and they parry. So they are now going to riposte by doing their own thrust attack aimed at our belly. So I am going to recover by pulling on my back knee, recover, and parry. This position is basically going to be a low line short form parry. I'm just holding the staff in pike form. Now, just like we did in the croisé video, I'm going to do a bind over. I'm going to extend my staff right into their front hip. They're going to remove that hip passing back. I pass forward with them. One step, bringing the staff up over their head. Second step, bringing it down on the other side, and ending in a croisé, weight shifted forward with my staff in a high line position. Now, it's still my turn to attack, so I am going to weight shift back and move my staff into short form position. I can then pass forward, and I am going to do a high line, low line, high line attack. So in other words, I'm going shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder. They parry each of those attacks, and then they respond with a croisé down with expulsion, just like in the pre-defer video. So they croisé down with expulsion, I weight shift back, and my weapon is expelled, and I make sure that I'm not bringing the butt end of my staff into their face. I keep it out here. Now here's where I made a mistake in the original video. They're then going to attack our flanks, starting on our right side. So we're going to do a strong parry here on our right, a weak parry on our left, a head parry, and then a groin parry. And now if you were watching that pre-defer video, I told you that we had one last pre-defer up our sleeve, and we're going to do it right now. It's called a shunt. So I've just parried their staff, and it's right here on my staff. I'm going to lift my staff off theirs, and I'm going to knock it away with the butt end of my staff on my right side. So I'm going to swing my staff like this, keeping it perpendicular to the ground, knocking their staff away as I do what's called a half volt behind me, followed by a passing step back. So I have knocked them in that direction, and I have moved my body in this direction, so phrase 2 can now occur on this diagonal. And that's the end of phrase 1. So let's look at that a couple times all together. I start here, upstage left, looking down stage right, right foot forward, pike form on my left side, left palm supinated, my feet are nice and wide. Eye contact, spot target. I extend my weapon and lunge. They parry. We recover and parry their attack. I do a bind over, stepping forward 1, 2, ending, expelling their weapon, weight shifted forward. Now I weight shift back, slide into short form, and I pass forward and go shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder. They croisé with expulsion. I weight shift back, having been expelled, and they attack. Flank on our right side, strong parry. Flank, weak parry left side. Head, groin. Now I lift my staff off theirs, and I shunt it away, boom, with a half volt and a passing step back. And that's the end of phrase 1. One more time, a little bit faster. Right foot forward, pike form on the left side, standing at diagonal. Eye contact, spot the target. Extend, lunge, parry, recover, parry. Bind over, 1, 2. Weight shift, short form, shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder, croisé. Flank, flank, head, groin, shut. And that is the end of phrase 1. So please, practice, practice, practice this. Make it look perfect. Don't send me any videos in which you are tripping all over yourself. Do this until it looks great, and then submit a video of you doing phrase 1. I'll see you then.